What's up, Cityverse? It's your boy City, and this is the New York City YouTube channel where we react to and cover all things Giants. That is New York CIDDY, and we back with another video, man. We back like we never left, man. We back for the first time, and we back at it again with more Giants content. And in this episode, we're going to cover the New York Giants taking on the Baltimore Ravens coming up this upcoming Sunday. But we also want to dabble a little bit in this past game against the Green Bay Packers. I haven't quite made a video on that, so I want to touch on that.
City boy! City boy!
This is New York. 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 This is New York.
Now, let's get into this video, man. I got a new cover. I actually wanted it to be cloth, but it's plastic. I want to get more Giants themed stuff, but hey, we get there. We're trying to get some stuff up. I got a new song my homegirl Isha sent me. You see, I got New York City on it, so we trying to get busy. But before we get into this video, I gotta make a disclaimer on this video because my homeboy Trey, I'm gonna call you out by name this time, my boy. Because last time I said something, he was like, "I am that friend." Because I said my friend, he said, "No, I am that friend." So Trey want to take full credit for what he says. So I'm gonna make sure Trey get his recognition right now. So me and my homeboy Trey, we for the last 4 or 5 years, I think ever since I've known Trey, we've picked each game each Sunday. He'll send me a list of who I think's gonna win and lose, and he'll do the same thing. And for the past 4 or 5 years, every year that we've done it, he's always won. And this year, bro, it's been the same way. It's been the same way each game. Come on, Monday, Thursday, Sunday, we choose the games. And this game, he told me to tell y'all because he wanted me. Because I bet you won't have this in your last video, in your next video. So in this past game against the Packers, he said he wants y'all to know, quote unquote, what kind of fan I really am. I chose the Green Bay Packers. I said it. I'm not gonna lie about it. I chose the Packers, and it is what it is. And I look, bro. If y'all watched my last video, I said I thought it'd be a close game last game. I thought it could go either way for either team. And hey, we end up being the ones that pulled out the upset. And let's not act like it wasn't an upset because it definitely was. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't see us winning that game, me included. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, look, I said it was possible, but if I had to bet my life, if I had to bet somebody I love's life, instead of thinking with my heart like I always do, I decided to go with logic, and I was like, hey, man, it's the Packers, man. They got Aaron Rodgers, a future Hall of Famer, and it's Green Bay, man. Like, look, hey, don't act like I'm the only one. He chose the Packers, too. Well, I chose the goddamn Packers to beat us. I'm sorry, fans. But don't act like the Giants don't owe us because we done had our faith in these boys way too many times, and they let us down. And if y'all ask, because Trey might not admit it, but y'all know every year me and him play, I pick the Giants week in and week out, loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. I pick the Giants week in and week out. And I got tired of losing on the list, so I tried to go with logic this time and not think with my heart. Because I wear my heart on my sleeve, you know what I'm saying? I wear my heart on my sleeves. And these boys squeaked it out. And guess what, Trey? I don't care. You think that's going to stop me? Look, bro, I am happy to be wrong. I am ecstatic to be wrong about what I said about my team. Look, they went out there, booked that paper, you know what I'm saying? It looked nice on paper, but guess what? At the end of the day, when them boys got to go out there and lace up their bootstraps, they wasn't ready for them Giants, and that's all that I know. You know what I'm saying? It took me by surprise. Bill Parcells said the same thing. He was like, bro, he said, this is the best Giants win in 5 years that I've seen. He might be on to something. Because I don't remember the last time we actually pulled out a W like that. Don't act like it's just me. We went over there and we went across the pond. The Giants are still 3-0. And they got dang won the games going across the water. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. I had to get that off because my homegirl Isha said the same thing. She tried to pull a move talking about some, yeah, you was rooting for the Packers. Hold on. Wait, ain't nobody rooting for nobody. I gotta get this all on film because I'm tired of talking to them about it every phone call, every text. we have. I just simply said I thought Green Bay was gonna win, and our team pulled it out. And I'll be glad to be wrong. I'm happy to be wrong about that. It is what it is. Our boys pulled it out. Now let's get into the game in itself. I had to go ahead and get that out because he said, "Man, I bet you won't put it in your next video." Look, I don't care, Trey. But anyways, so we pulled out a big boy win. It was big for our team. It was big for our energy going forward. Like they said, we're trying to work on our culture. And our boys fought, man, and I ain't gonna lie, we went down pretty early. You know what I'm saying? We went down pretty early just to come out and have these boys in the second half completely shut out and score 17 unanswered points. And they didn't have no answer for us. You know what I'm saying? Our boy Saquon, Mama's getting tired of talking about this, man. Matter of fact, I'm lying. I'm never going to get tired of talking about my boy. My boy, once again, handling business like he do. You know what I'm saying? He left the game with a shoulder injury. He said, ain't no way y'all keeping me out this game. Had a couple of teammates come up there, hit him on them shoulder pads real quick, make sure them shoulders still good. Because he had that shoulder injury. He's like, nah. Put me back in there. Because if my boy Danny got dang with the goddamn shattered ankle that y'all thought he had last week. Y'all like, oh man, he's fragile, man. He can't come out there and play. You know what I'm saying? Danny with the bloody hand. My boy Daniel Jones out there doing what Danny does. He led the team down the field with no Saquon. No Saquon, no problem. Now, I ain't going to act like Saquon ain't a big asset, but our boy Daniel Jones led the team down the field and was able to get a touchdown without Saquon on the field, bro. That is big. And once again, he did not turn the ball over, bro. So our boy Daniel Jones, he's trending in the right direction of being that franchise quarterback. Like people like me, some other people know that he can be in a franchise quarterback, man. He ain't fumbled the ball. I seen a stat, and I'm probably going to put it in the video as I do this, but it showed that, y'all, we got to stop calling him a turnover machine because he ain't really been turning the ball over. But one of the main things I seen in this game, we finally got some wide receiver help, bro. Darius Slayton. My gosh, where have you been, my friend? See, the thing that pissed me off the most about our receivers core is we might not have Kenny Golladay, 72 million, and not do anything. We might not have first round draft pick Kadarius Toney that want to rather rap and not be out there on the field. Now, I don't want to say they're bums because I don't know. Maybe they truly are hurt. But if my mind's telling me I smell bums coming off these boys. I smell bums, and I don't know what to say. Like, y'all ain't on the field. Y'all ain't scoring no touchdowns in 22, 23 plus games. That smell like bum juice to me. You know what I'm saying? But my main issue was, where is Darius Slayton at? Because he our most trusted receiver on our team right now. There ain't no more Sterling Shepard. Our boy got hurt. He went down bad. You know what I'm saying? And Darius Slayton, where you been at? Where you been at, boy? Bye. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, like big boy saying, ATL, where you been, boy? Bye. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out how to get more receivers going, man. But when he finally had his opportunity to be the focal point at the receiving thing, boy, did he not come up big. He was catching the ball. Not only was he catching the ball, he actually was getting them yak yards, you know what I'm saying? Yards after the catch. They were trying to yank his jersey. They tried to yank the thing again. They couldn't stop him, boy, and he was getting busy out there on the field. And not only, he was making contested catches, and he had dog in him. And this is the first time I see him have some attitude because like they tried to tackle him. This is one play specifically that he had to fight to get the first down. It's like he caught the ball and spun off and kind of dove for the first down to make sure we got the first down. So Darius Slayton, you will have a ride, my friend. Keep that same energy, bro. Now, for the second week, maybe even the third week, I'm going to say the second week for sure. The Giants only gave up one sack. One sack, less pressures against the quarterback than they've done in the past, bro. And we might have been a little bit too harsh on our offensive line because we being real, bro. 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen wasn't on the team last year. And to see how much they have progressed going into week 6, we were number one in the rushing field. I think we're number two now behind the Browns. But we'll get that back. Oh, Saquon gonna get that back. Don't worry about that. We're number two in the rushing, but it was more our pass blocking, bro. They had to get better and gel better with the pass blocking, and I seen that they got better pass blocking, bro. Daniel Jones isn't running for his life as much as he did in the past. So I want to touch on that game. It was a big game for everybody. Our defense came up clutch. Our quarterback came up clutch. When our receivers came up clutch, our running back came up clutch. Everybody was coming up clutch. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was coming up clutch. Tight end coming up clutch. You know what I'm saying, Coach? The balls are still clutch, clutch. You know what I'm saying? But we about to move on to this Ravens game, man, because I just wanted to touch on that game a little bit before I get into this game. So this Ravens game, man, my prediction, because I ain't do with Trey with the paperwork, man. The old me as priority, look, when I'm seeing this game against the Ravens coming up at the Green Bay, I said that is possibly two back-to-back losses that I got to take in consideration. And I was thinking, boy, we got a chance to beat the Packers, but we probably going to lose to the Ravens. I was thinking we was going to lose to the Ravens more than the Packers. But after seeing how we played this Sunday, and I got to go back and watch the Ravens game yesterday against the Bengals, boy, we might actually give the Ravens the work, bro. I ain't even going to lie to you. I don't see the Ravens winning now. I don't see them winning. Really, they're the underdogs in my mind now because I'm not going against my team again. Because like I said, in 4 or 5 years, every week I chose the Giants, and they want to win this game. I'm not going against my boys again. I let them down, but they owe me that because, you know what I'm saying, we've lost games like that before, so they owe me. They owe me. So with that being said, man, I actually believe the Giants are going to win this game. And it ain't by like, oh, y'all, no, I actually think we might be the better team, and here's why. So I haven't really watched the Bengals the whole year. Of course, they went to the Super Bowl last year. They are a Super Bowl contending team. They are Super Bowl contenders. You know what I'm saying? And they got Joe Burrow back there. I haven't really got to see how good their defense is, but I'm gonna focus more on their D line and their front seven more so. They was around Lamar Jackson all day this Sunday. They was in his face. They made sure they was there was actually filling up the gaps, you know what I'm saying, his running lanes. They wouldn't let him just run forward. They had somebody coming, they was filling up the gaps, and then they always had somebody either coming from the right or left or even in the middle sometimes where he couldn't just step up and run like he normally do. Somebody was chasing him all the time, man. And big news for the Giants, these last few games, we've been able to get a lot more pressure, and we can start with our rookie first round draft pick, Kayvon Thibodeaux, man. That boy is gonna be some problems for some people. He might not have got his first sack, and I got a feeling his first sack is gonna come against Lamar. It's gonna be one of those times where Lamar's gonna try to step up and take off running. He's gonna run straight into the arms of Kayvon Thibodeaux. That's how that's gonna happen. The reason I'm so big on Kayvon because he ain't got a sack yet, bro. But every time I see this man play, they had the rumor in college that he come out, he takes plays off. I didn't see that. This man's literally around the ball every play. He's around the ball. The quarterback has to get off their spot and adjust their throws, or they have to adjust off their spot and probably run into another New York Giants brother, you know what I'm saying, like a Dexter Lawrence or somebody. He might, Aaron Rodgers try to step to the side, might get popped, you know what I'm saying? Somebody goddamn might get popped because he's causing pressure to make them move. And that's the same thing I think is going to happen with Lamar Jackson coming forward this Sunday. And with that being said, we actually have some reinforcements possibly coming back. Leonard Williams, they thought he might have been able to go last week. They wanted to take it. They didn't want to risk him getting hurt and having a longer setback, so they set him out another week. And that's one thing I enjoy about our new coach, Brian Daboll. He makes people practice up, like practice a little bit, practice more, game day ready. Not game day ready, practice some, practice less, you're out. He wants to see that you're ready, so that's the big thing. And Leonard Williams, it sounds like he's going to be back. He said it had left a quote earlier, and he was like, yo, it's good to be back on the train, so hopefully he'll be back. He was a limited participant in the practices. Same thing with Azeez Ojulari. Now, on the good side, on the offensive side for the Giants might be getting some reinforcements with Wandale Robinson coming back. He might actually be able to play this week. If it's up to me, what I'm thinking, because what I've seen Brian Daboll do, it might be another week before we get him back. Maybe another two. I'm banking more on another 1 week before. But if he does come back, him and Darius Slayton are more than enough to do what we need to as far as our offense goes, because we've seen how they do with the running game, and we've been able to do stuff without receivers. So 2 receivers is going to be more than enough. But if we can get him back, it'd be good. But he was a limited participant, and Azeez Ojulari also was on a limited practice thing. I ain't heard too much on his front either, so it might be another week before we get him back. But it sounds like we're definitely getting Leonard Williams back, and that is a big thing as far as getting pressure on Lamar Jackson. And with Lamar Jackson, we gotta, let's say the things that I seen with them that we gotta watch for. Of course, you gotta watch Lamar at the speed, him able to run. You know what I'm saying? He has a lob arm. His accuracy is not the best, so he can be rattled. And that's the biggest thing that I've seen when he was playing against the Bengals. They was getting pressure on him constantly, and he was making errant throws left and right. Like, errant throws left and right because they was getting pressure and was in this boy's face all day. And as long as we can do that, he's going to be in some trouble, you know. And I think that's why it's big that we got Landon Collins when we got Landon Collins, because they got Landon Collins playing inside linebacker, a hybrid, because they got him on the roster listed as a safety, but he's more of a hybrid linebacker now. And that'll be the perfect kind of person to mirror Lamar Jackson and be able to contain him during that game. So I thought his signing was more so for this week than last week against Green Bay. Obviously, we ain't got to worry about Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers running too much, but it's possible. So the things I feel like I said, we got Landon Collins to be able to contain and spy him the whole game. So that's big. Main things I feel like we got to watch with them is their offense is sneaky. They're like a slasher team. I've seen their running backs. And they creative getting their players the ball, but they running backs, they kind of slash. They don't run like regular people. They like quick razor cuts, slashers. They'll cut you. And you got to watch that because eventually one of those could break open. Luckily for us, our defense been pretty good, good against the run. They've been pretty stout, so it ain't been too much of nothing we had to worry about. Now, moving on to their defense. That's the thing that I'm actually looking most forward to. Because how would our offensive line bounce back? You know, we've been getting better each week, and each week we've been getting better. But the Cowboys game was by far the best defensive front that we've had to play against. And this Ravens team, with our old friend, they got an old friend in JPP in the place to be. I think he had like 2 sacks against Joe Burrow. He was in the backfield against the running back. He was goddamn causing havoc in the backfield for the Bengals the other day. And he also had a few tip passes. So him and a couple of other people are out there getting busy on their D-line. And their defensive line is not nothing to take light. So this is going to be the second best defensive line that I feel like we've had to play all year. And I want to see how we do I want to see how we hold up against people of that caliber to see, hey, this is where our offensive line is. We had that one game against Dallas that gave us experience. Then we had like 2 games, maybe 3. I think it's been 2 games since we played Dallas. But 2 games where we got to say, all right, we took that experience, we used that experience against lesser defensive lines, and we've been holding our own. Now we got to get back to some more quality defensive lines. Let's see how we hold up, and this is going to show us where we're truly at as a team as far as the offensive line goes. If we can hold up strong against them, you know, we might be a decent offensive line, pass blocking and definitely run blocking. We've been doing that, man. So that's our main focus on there, man. Our defense been getting pressure on the quarterbacks the last few weeks. You know, we've been able to be constantly around the quarterback. They haven't just got to stand in the pocket unfazed like I seen in the first few games. So we definitely been getting more pressure, man. We definitely been on them. Now, if I had to say a final say in the game, I think it'll be a 7-10 point game. Giants win. If I had to say a final score, I'm willing to say 24-17. The Giants still got more to prove to me that they are actually able to score points. I was quite impressed that we did score at least, I think it was 27 against Green Bay. And that was the biggest outing that I've seen us have in a while. I don't remember the last time we had more than 20 points, bro. So that was exciting to see in the first game against the Packers. And I think it's reasonable to believe our defense, because they've been doing pretty good against everybody's team. Like I said, they stopped Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers offense, and they didn't score no points at all. You know what I'm saying? 17 unanswered points in the second half. They didn't score at all coming back from halftime. And our team's a really good adjustment team. Luckily for us, Martindale, which is our defensive coordinator, he was a coordinator for the Ravens the past few years for a long time. So he actually knows their tendencies. He knows Lamar's weaknesses. And I think that's going to be in our favor. So I think we'll be able to minimize how much they score. I'm gonna say 24-17. You know, that's that 7 point lead that I said I think we can have. And we just gonna have to get to the game. Now, as far as the keys to the win in the game, we're gonna have to use the receivers more again. This ain't gonna be a game where we can just run again and again and again. Yes, we'll be able to run because we got Saquon in our offensive line, but against good teams, you have to be more than one dimensional. The Ravens are a good team, so you can't just be expecting that want to win them with the run. That's gonna be it. So man, we gotta come with more than that. Hopefully, Darius Slayton has another strong week and plan, and we see how that goes. If Wandale gets out there and give us some help, bro, we got a lot to look forward to on the offensive line, man. But I actually got to go ahead and cut this video off, man. I got to get to work, man. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe out there. Until Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Go Big Blue City. Peace.